go. Bah, 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 bah. I'm never going to hear the end of that now. So that's, were you here? You were here yesterday. You were. You left early. You were here yesterday.
I left early because you were late. Remember?
We, not you, we.
Yeah, so that must have been in the second.
No, he played that as the cold open yesterday for our show.
Oh.
It just means you weren't paying attention. It's a likely story.
Yeah.
That was from Thursday
movie,
night, 7-0 thumping of the Montreal Canadiens at Mount Royal, where I was trying to set Sam up with, boy, the Canadians didn't get that proximity goal you've been talking about, which is a ridiculous thing because that's not a thing. And Ryan played the drop of the air horn.
This is a movie thing again, right?
No, this was just us trying to catch Sam, just giving him a hard time.
Oh, I thought the proximity came from a movie thing.
It's not a thing.
Oh.
Sam came up with it. He said, it's the goal before the tying goal.
Start the show.
Let's start the show. I agree.
This is the DLLS Stars postgame show. We're live here from the Lounge Studios here at DLLS headquarters. You know who he is. It's Craig Ludwig. We have Sam Nessler. Sorry, Sam. I'm Owen Newkirk. And, of course, Ryan Vaughters is our producer. Actually, Sam is not on the show tonight, even though we have his safety helmet right here, safe and sound. Before we get into tonight's game and a big Stars win over the Flyers, don't forget to check out our face-off collection, the 2 new T-shirts that apparently we're getting, but we have to wait.
Oh, yeah. What was that text
somebody
message about? Another excuse.
Needs a specialty size that they don't keep in stock on
Oh,
a
no.
regular basis.
Hang on a second.
And so we have to wait before the pre-order to get this guy's shirt. And so we all get...
Ryan, was there not something about a pre-order or something of 75 for the DNVR people or something like that?
No, that was two different things. He's combining two different storylines.
That's something else?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll explain. Would you like to hear that
put it
too?
on separate text messages.
Anyway, go to alldls.com, get those shirts. The other thing was that we had 70 gift subscriptions of the Supporters Club from a couple different people the other night, Thursday night. Big win. After that, our affiliate in Phoenix, which is PHNX, for I believe it was a Suns post-game show over the Mavericks, I believe. Maybe. They played the Mavs this week. They had a 75 Supporters Club.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
Did I get this all mixed up
You
again?
got them all jumbled together.
All right, never mind. That had nothing to do with the T-shirt.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It was two different things. But we are going to, because of Ludz's specialty order, we have to wait before we all get ours. That's what we heard from our boss. We're getting them.
Sorry for my shape.
All right, let's get into it. Luds, this is not what we're used to because this has been nothing but nervy, tense, and dramatic for much of the early part of the season for the Dallas Stars. The last two games, by the third period, the result has pretty much been decided then.
Yeah. Are they getting closer to putting a so-called 60-minute game together, or are the opponents having something to do with it? Tonight was a tired opponent, and they looked tired.
Yeah.
They didn't look good at all.
No,
really.
They looked exhausted. What, do they have 2 shots the whole first period?
Yeah. Shots were like 10-2 or something.
Yeah.
12-2. Yeah. No, but I think things are falling in place regardless of the opponent. I mean, It shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter to Gully. It doesn't matter to those guys. I mean, if they're getting their things together in just increments, because there's been holes, and they just look better. They look more connected.
They look more confident, too.
Yeah.
Right? I think it really
helps.
helps.
And then they're less healthy tonight.
It helps that Jason Robertson has unlocked whatever cheat code that he normally lives by, because once he got that first one in Ottawa, he's been doing the same things. He's been creating scoring chances. He's been going hard to the net. He's been shooting, but he looks different. Even like he kept saying, and we played the clip in the pregame show, that Robo has trying to maintain his same game and not, as he called it, not start cheating to get that goal. but those shots look pretty darn good.
That was for the hat trick.
That was
for the Hatty.
That was a celebratory bang.
No, but I think what he's done is he's stuck with at least part of it, the shots. I mean, he continues to shoot. He's not trying to do different things than that. And I'll go back to Gully. I liked when Robo he was getting opportunities, then he got a goal, then he got a couple, and he double shifted them at times. And again, that's what you do with your good players. And if they're feeling it, you put them out there as much as you can, and that's exactly what he did. And now it's paying off for him.
I see your super chats out there, so keep loading them up. We'll get to it. We got plenty of time tonight. The difference, Sleds, is that Robo's pucks are going in now. Now, a couple of them were really nice, but for example, and we'll go through all of this, his turnaround shot, his second one tonight, is the kind of play that wasn't going in, where he gets a puck, a little bit of space, turns, beats the goalie short side high. They're going in now.
This is one we did.
This is one of the breakdowns you did, yeah.
But there was everything before it.
Yeah.
It had, for me, it had nothing to do with the goal.
Really?
No, it had nothing to do with
Well, I
that
can't
goal.
wait to
That
hear
whole
about
shift
that.
right from the faceoff, it shows a lot. I mean, again, I wish we could watch it live here,
Right.
Because if you get an opportunity, you should go back and watch it right from the faceoff. Watch what Robo does about 4 times.
The fact that they got the lead early, I thought was, I mean, like you said, Philly did not have their legs. You could tell. I actually thought the Flyers showed a little pushback in the second period. Yeah. Even though Dallas got those 2 goals, Philly had more chances in the second. So they clearly have pride. They stepped up their game. They tried to answer, and Jake was really good for a while. I mean, honestly, I don't think even the goal against was. I thought Jake was.
Have you ever ridden a motorcycle?
Once.
How about a mini bike?
Yeah.
You ever have it when your tank is running out of gas? And you just need to get up there a little ways and you shake it.
Just try to get over the hill.
Well, you shake it. If you shake it, there's a little bit of gas in the bottom of the tank.
That I've never done.
Oh yeah, I've on Highway 35 a couple of times. You're running out of gas, and you boop, 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 and then you kind of shake it, and it gets more gas into the hose. And
you're giving our viewers a great visual right now.
Well, I'm trying to. I just shake my hose and I get more gas in it. So, it's just a little,
I thought that
it's just
actually hurt engines, not help them.
Anyway, what they did is they were shaking their tank a little bit in the second period, so they found a little bit of gas, and that was it. That kind of then the tank was kind of empty.
When you have a live studio audience, it's like we ham it up a little bit more. Isn't it?
But I'm related to them, so they know.
So I think they just don't even. It doesn't even faze them now.
If you're around me enough, it doesn't faze them.
I don't think that's possible.
You can ask.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. So you get those goals, you get the lead, which helps, but you also, I think you get a really. I don't think Jake Ottinger was forced to stand on his head tonight.
No,
but he did have to make some big. He just looked very comfortable all night. There were times where, in previous games, where we've seen him maybe look a little shaky or not get a lot of action early. I thought he was really dialed in. And frankly, it was a little unfortunate he didn't get a shutout tonight because I thought he looked very, very good. The team, we'll break this all down later. The team, I mean, you want to talk about getting a little greedy. They scored 14 consecutive goals from the second period in Ottawa on Tuesday until giving up that Dvorak third period goal tonight. That's a heck of a stretch. In fact, I looked it up because I wondered if it might be a record. That is Dallas Stars' 14 unanswered goals was the longest streak in franchise history, beating a 13-goal unanswered goal streak by the North Stars in December of 1979. It's a long time to score that many goals and not give any up and kind of be in control. So,
yeah. What he said.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing.
Before we start breaking this one down?
I think you painted a perfect picture.
All right. Well, we'll get those paintbrushes ready.
See, in that stretch in there from the 90s on, we just didn't give up goals. We didn't have to score that many.
Yeah.
We didn't have to score 14 in a row.
Yeah. You don't have to explain it. It's okay. You guys
I feel I have to.
Okay. All right. It doesn't always have to be the 99 team that has the records. Speaking of which, Jason Robertson, second player in franchise history with multiple natural hat tricks. Do you know the other player who has them?
What did he have tonight? Oh,
that was a good throw.
That was self-defense. That's what that was.
That was coming right for me. How about that? All right. Well, we'll do the hat trick for a little while. Thank you. There goes another one.
That's a purple one. That's a football hat. No?
Well, there's a lot of hats.
Okay, well, we got lots of people in here. So. Good job, Brian.
for the Hats. Can you name the only other player in franchise history?
She got you rattled with that. That was a fastball.
It wasn't rattled. It was coming at my left eyeball. So I had to make sure I defended myself, and it worked. I'm okay. So, Luds,
as you were saying,
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Yeah.
Robo became the second player in franchise history with multiple natural hat tricks. Only one other player has more than one for this franchise. I'll give you the years, 1983 and 1985.
83 and 85?
And you played with him. Not in 83, but you did end up playing with him.
So you're saying he's from Minnesota?
Yes.
Well, then I'd say Bratsy.
It's Neil Bratton. Bravo. Yeah. Very good. I love it. How about that? All right. So those are the beginnings, the appetizers. Let's get to the main course here. Let's start with the first goal as we do our first What the Puck breakdown of the evening. Leon Bischel gets the Stars on the board. His first goal of the season. Luds, take us through it.
Well, this isn't really super entertaining. I thought it was a nice play by Petro to keep his head up. Bischel opens himself up. But, again, it's about the bodies. And it all starts with Oscar Beck. I mean, once he goes into the middle of that slot area, people start coming to him. And now this is a good look. This is what Lador's looking at, right? I mean, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah, not a chance.
Yeah, and ultimately ends up hitting one of the, I think it's a Bowles in the hand. Abels, I think his name is. Anyway, hit him in the hand and just bounced it. Like I said, goaltender can't.
I wrote down, I thought that was Bobby Brink that it hit, number 10, but you could have been wrong.
Yeah, you were.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I looked at it really close,
Did you?
And then I had to go to my sheet to see who the hell's that guy. And I finally find out Abel or something like that. So a balls or something.
Yeah, he wears number 18.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so Bischel gets the goal.
Did I say a balls?
You did.
I think it's Abel's.
I was just going to let you roll with it.
What is it, Abel?
I'd have to look it up.
You don't know either, do you?
I don't either. No,
okay.
No, that's why I was. Yep.
It's ABOLS. So
would you like me to be able to tell you? I can look it up in a second. But
yeah, but anyway, so I mean,
we just talked about Bischel in the pregame. We played the clip from Gully.
He's playing well. I mean, you can see
what's changed because not long ago we're sitting there kind of going like, this is not the Liam Bischel we saw.
He's settling into the system. I'm telling you, early on, with the change, you can see other guys there too. Like Bischel's probably the one that kind of looked a little disheveled the most and unsure about his positioning and stuff like that. And I think now he's getting a little bit more comfortable not following guys around. Although, talking about following guys, why are we laughing?
Because I'm thinking about you pronouncing it a balls.
Well, I don't know. Is that what it's called?
No, it's obles.
Okay. So instead of a balls, instead of one ball, it's a few balls. Okay, so it's
balls as in like cows.
Balls, butt cracks.
Exactly. Thank you, Lud.
All right. So
Bischel.
Yeah, what was I saying about
You were saying that he's playing better because he's not thinking
anymore.
Yeah,
he's not. Well, hey, they're getting used to the system a little bit more. You can tell he's not looking around and saying, where do I go?
It's my fault. I started giggling about your previous comment. I threw you all off. It was a mess. The early part of this game, again, I had 4-1 high dangers in the first period. Trevor Zegras actually had a pretty nasty little redirection in the low slot. Jake made a good save there. But other than that, it was all one-way traffic, really, in that first period.
Jake was taking a nap at the other end.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to make 2 saves officially. There may have been one that hit him that was wide of the net.
Did you get to see a couple of the shots of Talk on the bench?
No.
Yeah, you know what? He wasn't pissed off, but he was like, it was like, yeah, I know. We're playing a really good team. We played, what was the score last night? 6-7, 7-6 or something like that?
Shootout.
They had one of those kind of games.
And they were behind 3 different times.
Yeah, and, they're traveling. I mean, they're not coming a long way, but they're traveling. And, well, who was it? Was it you that said today when you got here? Somebody had it written down as a...
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. So one of the Philly writers tweeted, and it may have actually been Charlie O'Connor, who is the ALLCITY writer for the Flyers in the PHLY, which is our Philadelphia branch.
Sweatshirt.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Lutz has one of those, a little misprint. And he wrote something to the effect of, this feels like it's going to be what they call the NBA scheduled loss.
Yeah.
Team that's fresh and very good playing a team that played the night before and is tired. Mm-hmm. Although, not to throw it around, I mean, the Flyers have points in 5 straight. They've won. They were 3-0-2. They were finding ways to win. They're way ahead of where a lot of us had preseason. We talked about it with their director of broadcasting, Brian Smith, in pregame. And it seems like Rick Tocchet is doing some things that's moving this group along.
Yeah, I think it's just the offensive side of things because, again, I said in the pregame show, they're last in the league for shots on goal. And so, I think that the defensive side of things is where they're probably putting most of their eggs right now. But it sounds like Tocchet's trying to work on that kind of stuff to be able to create some more scoring. Michkov had 4 or 5 shots tonight.
He did.
But he wasn't as dynamic.
In fact, he
as
was
we've
the
seen him.
highest chance creator for the Flyers.
Yeah.
But you know who was very active in the first period? Your favorite, Esa Lindell. 3 good looks, 1 high danger, right in the mid slot. Probably was thinking that he should have scored.
Like, what's he doing there?
He's been playing the bumper on the power play now. He's very comfortable in the middle.
It doesn't look right. Although he's got a goal from there.
He scored the other night from Miro. So that was the classic Haskin into Lindell.
They're definitely the cleanup crew, though, aren't they, with the other 5 guys they got out there?
Yeah.
And the thing is that first group can stay out there. The way that they're playing now and the way that they're keeping the puck in the offensive zone where you don't have to go chase it down. First, it starts with the entries. The entries are clean.
And face-off wins.
And I think we're supposed to get going to a break or something like
Yeah,
that.
he wants us to move along.
Anyway, so that first unit, Ryan, anything you need there. And
what he loves is us telling everybody that he's giving us instead of just doing what he's trying. This is why he doesn't say it, because he has a microphone. Ryan could get on and say, hey, guys, it's break time. He's trying to do the...
You want us to keep going or you want us to break right now?
He'd like us to break now, I'm guessing.
Okay, well then
all right, we'll do that. Let's do the rest of the breakdowns here after the ad break here on DLLS.
Guess what? Les has got another new read. You and I make decisions every day, according to some people. They're not very good ones. But on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Laid? No, paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Play Prize Picks to get action on football in more than 40-plus states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on, I just used Jordan Love's passing yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup. Yeah, I had to change that one. Only on Prize Picks. Follow other Prize Pick players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click. How you play is up to you. If you want to be flexible, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if your picks miss. That sounds like just for me. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DLLS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DLLS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
You know, a lot of you should be very excited. We're almost at the first quarter of the NHL season.
Our show was almost over.
No. We got 3 quarters more to go, both
Okay.
in the NHL season and here on the show tonight. But not many people have the ability to get into the game without having to buy tickets. Luds, of course, has his alumni suite. I have my media pass. He has a much better view from his suite than I do from the press box. So the rest of us...
Which I never even go there, and it's not my alumni suite, but I never go there. I stay here.
Yeah, Sam said you go in there once, and it's clearly yours. You have to get tickets, and you need Game Time. Game Time is a great way to do it. You can get great deals. You, of course, have guaranteed tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code DLLS for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. All right, Luds. First period in the books, utterly dominant. Only real criticism is you only had a 1-0 lead. Then you go to the second period, and the Flyers push back. Tippett, Michkov, Tippett again, Zegras, Forster, Michkov. No, none of them are high danger, but they're making Jake have to make some saves, which he rarely had to do in the first period.
Yeah, I think, but you know what? I think that this was a nice game for Jake to get in easy. Only a couple, not a lot of traffic around there. But at some point, he wants to say, hey, I need a little action down here. And they give him a little bit, not much. Nothing really too tough, though.
They very much obliged getting Ottinger some work where he, from the distances he would like. But then, Luds, it was the Jason Robertson show. It started with a cross-crease pass from Tyler Seguin, which, if it was a pass, it's one of the best fake shots I've ever seen. It looked more like he whiffed. Your thoughts?
I think we can show you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Well, so here's what happens. I mean, this whole situation, it was played poorly by both defensemen of Philly. This is a 4-on-2 in the neutral zone. They've got one of their defensemen. As soon as Tyler comes across the line and as the group comes across the line, he starts to play it as a 1-on-1, which now turns it into almost a 3-on-1. And ultimately, when it gets down to the bottom of the circles, it's a 2-on-1. And so Tyler's got the puck on his backhand side. He goes from his backhand. He wants to get it back to the forehand, and he's trying to go glove hand on the goaltender. Well, the good news is Robo keeps on skating. There's your 3-on-1 that I was showing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and you can't tell here, but it looks like a beautiful pass. But it's the reach, at that long reach of Robo with that stick. And, man, he doesn't have much room to get it across the goal line. But here you can see, here's where Tyler has it on his backhand. He's trying to pull it to his forehand, and he wants to go over the glove hand right here. But that puck doesn't stay on his stick. Fortunately for Robo, he continues to keep on skating. But I'll tell you what, Robo catches this on his backhand, and in one motion, he puts it in here. And if you can see a couple different angles, it really doesn't look like there's any room to be able to get it between that close post and the foot of the goaltender sneaking back. But it was, you could just tell on that goal, it's Robo's night.
And that was his first goal of the game, but now gave him a 3-game goal streak. 1 in Ottawa, 2 in Montreal, now 1 here tonight. So he literally, who again, remember, he'd had 3 goals up until the Ottawa game.
Mm-hmm.
Doubled his goal total for the season in a week. So he's starting to get rolling. That was only the beginning, wasn't it?
Well, he's feeling it.
That's it.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, the goal for me of the night is his second goal. It starts off of a face-off, but how many times have you heard me talk about loose pucks and 50-50 puck battles? And this is exactly what this was, and this was Robo. I think it was 4 times. Off of the face-off, Robo's got to come into the face-off circle, and then he wins 1 puck loose here. He ultimately pulls it out of here himself. It goes to the wall. Now he loses this one, but what he does, more importantly, after that, is he goes and wins the puck back. Then he pulls it back down the wall again, and now he's starting to get some support. Couture comes over, and he's trying to battle with the puck with him once it gets down a little bit deeper into the corner. What does Robo do? He wins this battle too, and all it is, it's a little poke out of that pile to Sagan. And then Tyler's the one that ultimately gets the puck, and then he throws it around the wall, but then kind of where the work starts again for Robo. Now it ends up behind the goaltender. It's a 2-on-1 on Robo. He wins that puck again. He gets this back out to the point. He's laying down. He gets back up. Now he starts. He comes out. Again, perfect pass to Robo. And this one here, he just gets it. He gets to the top of the circle. And this is where shooters, they don't even look. They just turn and fire it. But he knew where he wanted to go on the goaltender, and it ends up going just over the glove hand. And it was just, to me, that goal sums up where Robo has been all year. He's been shooting the puck and all that other kind of stuff. But the work and the never – remember how many times last year we saw him go into those battles and he didn't come out with the puck? He won 3 or 4 of those by himself on that one there. And then what's nice about it, he gets rewarded. So now you take that, you don't have to show it to him, he's hot now. But if goals weren't going in, you take a player like that, this is the kind of work you put in. And when you get these opportunities, here's what happens to you. So I think he's just feeling it all over right now.
Well, he certainly is. So that was his second, and that was it for the period. But Luds, well, the Flyers caught up in shots because they had a 12-6 edge in shots. The Dallas wasn't exactly pushing the game. They also weren't giving up real grade A chances to Philadelphia. So, like you said earlier, giving Jake a chance to get into the game, not really testing him, but still making some saves and letting him feel the puck a little bit. So then they go to the third period. And for a large chunk of this final 20 minutes, the Flyers looked like they were out of gas.
Yeah.
They just didn't have anything left.
They were shaking the bike and they weren't getting any gas into that gas line.
No more wiggle left to be had.
No.
And Oscar Beck had a great chance. Miro with a pass from below the goal line, because that's where Miro always is. And Beck had a great look. He had a rebound, and Ritzkovian had one. Then there was an incredible exchange where Michkov was wide open at the top of the crease. That may have been Ottinger's best save of the night. He gets behind the defense, the puck finds, and he turns and tries to stuff it wide. Yep. And then they go right down the other side, and Rantanen finds Sam Steele for a glorious one-timer. Ladar got the save on that one.
So How many times has Rantanen set up Steele?
A lot.
And again,
it has not yielded a lot of goals.
Yes, and Sam Steele does a ton of work, and Gully's going to keep staying with it because why wouldn't you? It keeps paying off. But I'm thinking at some point, Rantanen's going to do what Zuby. By the way, Sergei Zubov's in town for the thing tomorrow. But Zuby I'd give Zuby the puck, and then he would always give it to somebody else. If Zuby gets the puck, Zuby would look right at me, and he'd go, no.
Give it to someone else. Look you off. And
it reminds me a lot of Rantanen. Not that he's not giving Sam Steele the puck, because he is, but I'm thinking at some point, dude, you got to put one of these in the net for me, because I know I got a ton of points right now, but I got to have a few more.
Well, the Stars had a 3-0 lead at that point going into the third period, which is, from a coaching perspective, Luds, exactly what you wanted to do. Because, as I said earlier, first period, they outplayed them entirely, but you only led 1-0. You feel like the Flyers, all they need is one shot, they're right in the game. You get those next two, now you're going into the third, a 3-goal lead. Look, we all know that 2-goal leads, that silly cliche,
used to be the worst.
Right. Honestly, nowadays, it's 3-goal lead.
It is, because of the way they score goals.
And you saw what the Flyers did against the Blues. They were down 2 goals a couple of times, came roaring back, ended up winning in the shootout.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, this is a time, because of the amount of games are being played in this block or whatever it is, and what's happened previously, schedule, I think this is nice for the coaching staff when they do have that 3-goal lead, because they know that they can keep the foot on the pedal for the guys, but you can kind of even out the minutes more. You don't have to kind of count on guys and double shift them and all that. You can kind of spread it out, because you know your schedule is what it is coming ahead of you.
Well, in that third, after those chances I just talked to you about, it was time for a natural hat trick. Jason Robertson scores. And this, for a little while, Luds, it's funny because I think Razor on the broadcast in the third period even said, we thought this might be a real special teams battle between one of the best power plays in the league and one of the best penalty kills. Yep. And the refs didn't, we didn't have a lot of penalties and power plays until they drew one in the third. And then it was almost as if it was meant to be. The Stars extend their power play goal streak with, and I know we didn't have time to do the breakdown, but the passing, we've seen them make this play, this triangle before. It's like low to slot. It's not low to high, but Rantanen and Hintz, the puck movement was exquisite.
Yeah, but the other thing that was important on this, and what happens on the offside of the ice here when Robo ultimately gets the puck, is Wyatt was doing his from the front of the net, kind of gets out into the high slot, and that's where Rantanen usually hits them, or Hintz usually hits them. He was being overplayed by Couturier, the forward, and Sanheim. And then what happens is they kind of rotate him and Robo, right? And so Robo's the one that's coming out in the high slot. Wyatt's down off of the right side, the right side of the goaltender. Well, Couturier and Sanheim are going, well, here's the guy that leads the league in power play goals. So we're going to make sure he doesn't get this puck in for a little tap in, because you got two guys in Hintz and Rantanen on the other side of the ice can make pinpoint passes. So for that split second, they ultimately just leave the high slot open. Robo slides out into that slot, and then it's just a perfect pass. I mean, Hintz puts it right on the tape, and Robo actually has enough time to get his head up. This one here, you can see him get his head up, and then he picks that spot over the glove of the goaltender.
So it's a natural hat trick. As I said earlier, he became the second player in franchise history, along with Neil Broughton, who I was just with his Olympic team captain, Mike Eruzione, and Sam and I met him yesterday. That was really cool. And it's now 2 natural hat tricks for Robo. Broughton had 2 with the Minnesota North Stars. Only 2 players that have ever done multiple natural hat tricks.
If I had to bet, I'm going to guess Robo's going to probably move ahead.
You think he'll get another one?
I don't know if it's this year, but he's going to do it.
It's amazing with a goal scorer like that, too. And you've played with some great offensive players in your career. When they get that first one and then they get a second, you get that feeling, well, he's going to find a way to get a third.
And it's different eras, too. So when Bratzy played, and Bratzy wasn't a big player, gritty player, great defensive. I think Bratzy actually got better when he got here in Dallas, and Gainey had him. Bob had him in Minnesota the last couple of years we were there. Then he got him here. I think he turned Bratzy into that two-way centerman, because he actually talked to him about it. He goes, you can extend your career by not being that. Bratzy was a 100-point guy. I don't know how many years, but anyway, but in that era, Bratzy got mauled. I mean, you could go in and you grab guys and you can pull them down, they're draped all over you. This is in this era, there seems to be a little bit more space out there, and the game isn't as dirty or nasty, and so the goal scorers get a little bit more time, and they can get to those the areas they want to a little bit easier. And that's why I think Robo's just a natural goal scorer. He's ultimately going to move ahead of Brodsky.
His best year, only 100-point year. He had a 98-point year his first full season.
He had a 100-point year?
He had 105, 85, 86 with the North Stars. Crazy enough, the second best statistical year was his first full rookie season, 81, 82. He had 98 points.
And then he was here for, a year or two, and then traded him to Jersey? Went on to win a Stanley Cup there?
93 through 95.
Yep.
Got traded in that season, won a cup in 95 with the Devils, played 30 games in the regular season, 20 in the playoffs. And then he came back for 20 games and a couple playoff games in 96, 97, which was the last of his career.
Yeah, he was here having a good time.
8 goals and 15 points in 20 games. Not too bad for a guy at the very tail end of a long career.
Yep.
So,
and just a great, great guy.
So we got to the point, and we're going to have to carry this over to finish the breakdown, where Jason Robertson made it 4-0. Should be over. Starting to wonder, is there going to be a second consecutive shutout? The answer is no, and we'll talk about it next here on the DLS Stars postgame show.
With over 700 five-star reviews and an average rating of 4.9, Qualys Roofing is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas and Austin. Homeowners and business owners alike consistently praise Qualys for their honesty, follow-through, and quality workmanship. Whether it's your home or your business, Qualys Roofing has you covered, literally. They specialize in both residential and commercial roofing projects. Based right here in North Texas, Qualys isn't some storm fly-by-night crew. They're local, experienced, and committed to doing the right things the right way. Schedule a free roof inspection and get a free DLLS shirt. Replace your roof with Qualys and choose between a free Blackstone grill or a Traeger smoker, because getting a new roof should come with a little extra sizzle. Qualys isn't just good at roofing, they're great at communication. You always know where their project stands and what to expect next. Visit QualisGC.com or just search Qualys Roofing and Construction. That's Qualys, Qualis, or call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
Let's talk about PNC Bank. It's one thing to support long-term growth. It's another to go out and celebrate it. Thanks to all the amazing Dallas Stars fans who embrace long-term growth in all its feathered glory. I always laugh at that. Our Main Street branch pop-up event was the ultimate celebration of PNC's reliable, responsible approach to long-term financial planning, told through the lens of another amazing long-term investment, Epic Hockey Hair. At the Main Street branch, fans had the chance to pick up their own Dallas Stars, right here, hockey hair hat. This is the ginger one, which, of course, was a limited edition Stars hat with Epic Hockey Hair coming out of the back. It was a reminder that the best things, whether it's a legendary flow or a strong financial plan, come to those who are patient and committed to the long run. That's PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. All right, lads, let's wrap up this recap before we get to our PNC Bank player of the game tonight, because 4-0 in favor of the Stars, it looked like it was on its way to maybe being another shutout for Jake, consecutive shutouts for the team after Casey DeSmith had a 24-save shutout in Montreal on Thursday. But then about 2.5 minutes after Robertson's goal, which was the hat trick at 9:29, Christian Dvorak, who was one of the few guys that was noticeable offensively for the Flyers tonight. We mentioned Michkov. Dvorak was definitely one that was in and around the net, creating a few chances. He scores just before the 11-minute mark from Tippett and Drysdale and makes it 4-1. Now, it wouldn't really threaten the outcome of the game, but it did dirty the clean sheet.
Yeah, and Dvorak, by the way, is centerman who took the face-off against Rupe Hintz. Well, Rupe's got a little caught in man-on-man.
Uh-oh.
So right off the face-off, Dvorak's trying to go to the net. Hintz is trying to stay with him. Hintz falls down a little bit, and then Dvorak kind of goes out into high slot, and then Hintz catches him. And then he goes around the top, very similar to what happened in Colorado in the playoffs. And then
that pick play?
Yep, and then he gets picked off high, and that's ultimately how Dvorak ends up getting open, and that was the one that put a little stain on Jake.
Yeah, a little drive-by at the net. Yeah. And honestly, I don't put that against Ottinger. Right?
No.
And I thought he had, we mentioned it wasn't a very difficult night for large swaths, but I thought he had a very consistent performance tonight, which is really good.
Coco Cabana on that same play, he got tied up with somebody, so he fell down too. By the time it all kind of curls around the top, and Dvorak had already put it in the net.
You know who doesn't seem to be showing, I mean, he does, signs of age, but seems to be fighting off father time as far as offense is Tyler Seguin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Radek Faksa.
Well, that too. Faksa took a
The last few games, he's looked great.
He took a big collision where he went back first into the boards. I'm sitting there going, oh, man, he's not going to get up. Popped right back up and keeps playing. He joked to me this morning about, I said, you know, that goal that Blackwell had where you forecheck behind the net, it popped up and Blackwell swatted it in. That was totally according to plan. He goes, 100%. And then he laughed. He goes, no, not a chance.
You know, it's funny how some of the bumps and bruises and things like that don't hurt as bad when things are going well. You know, when the team is playing well, the one thing you don't want to do, and you're picking up points, and Fox has grabbed some points here lately too.
He had 3 assists the other night.
Yeah, so when things like that are going well and you know they're going well, you kind of just walk right by the trainer's door at the end of the game. You don't even go in the room. You just say, I'll be fine. Don't give him any reason to take me out of the lineup. I'm good. I don't need any rest. I just want to keep on rolling along, which I think everybody's in that situation right now for Dallas.
Well, how about this goal? So 3 minutes after Philly got it, if there was any concern that a 4-0 lead wasn't safe and it goes to 4-1, Ilya Lyubushkin makes a heck of a play, finds Tyler Seguin, he scores. Seguin has 7 goals now, and it's 5-1, and that would wrap it up. But that heads-up play, I mean, Lyubushkin is not known for his offense. That was a puck-moving defenseman's type of stretch pass.
And he was actually going back towards his own end when he picked up the puck. And so sometimes what's happening from the bench, guys are yelling, wide, 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 Seguin wide, or something like that. And Tyler spotted it too, because Tyler just kind of pivoted because he saw that Bushkin was getting to the puck. And Ilya just grabs it, makes a perfect pass to Tyler. Tyler coming in on his offside. Anytime you come in on your offside for a forward, a little bit tougher for a goaltender, especially if they're getting inside the circles, because now your shooting angle is a little bit different. But Tyler, I mean, he just finds that little spot underneath the glove hand.
The Stars get the win. As I said at the top, they've won 5 in a row now. They have points in 11 of 12. No, 12 of 13 now. They're tied with New Jersey for the second best record overall as far as points goes in the entire National Hockey League. They have a 7-11 point percentage. The Colorado Avalanche have 29 points in 1 fewer game. They have an 806 point percentage. Both teams have won 5 in a row. So they're keeping pace, only 2 points behind the Avs. Avs will actually play the Islanders tomorrow, and then the Stars will play the Islanders on Tuesday. Talk about that for a nice little road trip. Colorado and Dallas. That's a murderer's row for the Islanders at the moment.
Right now.
And the Islanders have won 4 in a row.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the Islanders and Schaefer.
Oh, I'm very excited about that.
I just want to say you mentioned the Devils.
Jack Hughes
out for 8 weeks with a little pinky finger he had it operated on today. I mean, the poor kid, it's just every year.
The report was
it was a little team function.
Team dinner, freak accident, broke a glass, and I think it was a wine glass or something, and it sliced through a big chunk of his finger.
See, when it's a team function, and it was a wine glass that broke. What did you call it? A freak accident?
That's what the report was.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you saying this?
Maybe they were getting their freak on, but I'm just saying it's
You're
not
saying
a freak
that maybe
accident.
somebody was juggling wine glasses?
Well, I'm just saying it's a team event, team function thing, and maybe it could have been like one of the players' meals or something like that. And
like a rookie dinner or something.
Well, it could have been. They were out for dinner, so I don't know what it was. But anyway.
Luds would know.
I'm just saying, like, Jack Hughes is such a dynamic player, and that is such a good team, and to have to miss him again.
I mean, he's such a huge part of that team.
Oh man, is he?
And
he's never been healthy.
No,
he cannot
and
for some reason. One year he did, and I think he got 100 points. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I thought one of his years he stayed healthy. I'll just keep babbling here as he's typing it in.
I already got it.
Did he have a 100-point year?
That's not the right Jack Hughes. That's the Massachusetts Jack Hughes, who's 68 years old. Apparently not the right one.
Yeah, you're not.
We'll try the other one. Well, there's 2 of them. He had a 99-point year.
There you go. 99.
But he only played 78 games.
Yeah.
You get to 82, he probably hits 100.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They said out for 8 weeks, 2 months. Hopefully, because that puts you at mid-January. Jack Hughes is supposed to be on Team USA, right? I know I was one of the guys, and I'm not thinking of the only one, but I said I was disappointed with the way Jack Hughes played in the 4 Nations. I didn't think that he rose to that occasion. I think he struggled.
You're talking about specifically the U.S.-Canada game?
Very much the U.S.-Canada game.
And that was
that was a very physical. What did Mason Marchment call it? He goes, "That's a man's game right there."
Yeah, that was one of those kind. And again,
but then
smaller guys, when they get
I didn't think he looked great on the power play when he was part of that. But then Luds, he comes out of the Four Nations break, and the first game was Stars and Devils, and didn't he score a couple power play goals and look really good? Yep. I think that Jack Hughes, if he can get his hand healthy before the Olympics, I still think he's going to be on that team. And I'd be really excited to see if he can take his disappointment from the Four Nations and turn that into, I'll show you who can play on the international.
Yeah, and I would say that Fitzy doesn't really care. Tommy Fitzgerald, who's the general manager, I played with him in New York. He right now he wants Jack to be healthy for the stretch.
Yes,
because this is a team that I would think that there's a few people that would be picking them to be in the Cup final.
I mean, the way that look, you can't pick against the Florida Panthers if they get in. But they're beat up, although I did see that Tkachuk might start skating soon, which is at least a start, maybe for Team USA as well. Although, wouldn't Bill Zito just love that? He gets healthy, plays for the U.S. in the Olympics, and then something happens, and then he doesn't have him again. Hopefully that's not the case. But there's been a lot of Eastern Conference favorites who have not had great starts this year, which then leads you to say, why not New Jersey?
Well, I mean, you're thinking Jersey and Carolina. Like right now, that seems to be, Toronto was in the mix, but now they're playing
average,
brutal. And then Austin Matthews is out now for a while.
Yep.
So anyway,
also a player that the U.S. is going to need.
But see, that's what I don't think that this goes unexpected with this kind of a season where you're taking, what are they taking, 24, 25 days off there in February?
Yep.
So everything else is squeezed together on both sides. And guys are playing.
Yep.
Now, you would say that this particular injury really had nothing to do with any of the scheduling right now, but
not unless the players felt an excess need of blowing off steam between a busy schedule.
They got nothing to blow off, man. They're rolling. So
I mean, the Devils are very, very good, but as it stands, Stars also very, very good. So that's where we're at with our breakdown. Let's do our PNC Bank Player of the Game. Luds, there are games.
Ryan, who do you think it is?
There are games where we have to debate it, and I think it can be for an interesting conversation.
I think Ryan should pick it, though.
Because
he doesn't watch the game the whole time he's up there anyway.
Well, because he's too busy
he's
helping
tweeting with Ben and
who's okay?
Tweeting with Ben. All right, Ryan.
He's watching football is what he's doing.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Jason Robertson.
You agree?
I'll agree because Ryan's his first pick.
Oh,
so we'll
he's
go
being
with
nice.
That.
Okay.
I was going to go Bish, too. His first goal of the season, but
yeah.
Come on. It's got to be.
I think you're right.
Yeah. How about that? A natural hat trick for Jason Robertson. He is our PNC Bank Player of the Game. No surprise there whatsoever. At the Main Street branch, fans had the chance to pick up their own Dallas Stars hockey hair hat, a limited edition hat with a gorgeous mane of hockey hair coming out of the back. It was a reminder that the best things, whether it's a legendary flow or a strong financial plan, come to those who are patient and committed to the long run. That's PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. All right. We are not quite ready to go to the ad break. I was ready to transition because it was perfect timing, but we have 90 seconds before we need to do that. Can we go a little early and hit those super chats?
I want to wait. Can I read something?
Go for it.
I want to read a text message from our not fan. I think he's a diehard. Is Andrew a diehard?
Oh, he's definitely a diehard.
He goes, wait, I better read it first.
You want to censor it?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I will be honest. I got chills listening to Ralph call the game for a few minutes tonight. Did you get to hear that up there?
I didn't, but we have a super chat about that too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we'll get to it.
It was really good.
Let's hold that thought. Okay. And after the ad break.
See how I did that, Ryan?
Let's get those super chats.
Right to the break.
Perfect, lads.
Oh, and then it's my turn again, I think, too, probably.
It's definitely your turn.
Is this the face-off collection?
It can be.
No? Oh. Has anybody heard about our face-off collection? That's not new, but we don't pimp it out enough. So I think we need to talk about it. Anyway, we got the green Dallas shirt, and we got we see the same
Which
thing.
one are you picking, Luds?
So I hear now we can't get these.
No, eventually.
Are we getting these?
We will get them, but it's going to take a little more time than we thought for us.
Okay, well, the green one. I got my name on the green one.
I picked the green one
as well. The
logo
looks
Black
cool.
one looks very nice too, but that logo, the Dallas Hockey, Yeah.
And again,
I also like the product
Oh,
of which that resembles.
I thought you were. I didn't say that.
You didn't. I said
Okay.
it. I'm just saying
And,
very much
you got to
enjoy
remember that, anybody that wears that shirt or gets one of them shirts and wears it into our little event.
I might have a couple of those at Hooters.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What? What?
A couple of the product that resembles those T-shirts.
I'm talking about the beard.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
too.
So if you wear one of them shirts in there and you're part of the group, then apparently Ben's going to buy all the beer.
Oh, Ben's buying now. That's right. Lud's turned it around on
Ben
the
said
box.
he was-
Really?
Well, I think the latest, because you said why shouldn't he?
I'm sure there's going to be some kind of response in the.
Don't you think that maybe now because the shirts are going to be a little late, he should
Yeah.
make up for it by paying for the beer?
You would think. I mean,
Well, he's going to regret that. Not you, him, because you'll get your money's worth. Let's talk about Die Hard for a minute. You have so many reasons to sign up to be a Die Hard, whether it's to have access to all the articles that we have on our site, which is coverage of the Stars, Mavericks, Cowboys, Rangers, great beat writers all the way around. Sam, Ron, who's our new Mavs writer, taking over for Tim, who went national with ALLCITY. Of course, Clarence, Chill Hill with the Cowboys, and Jeff Wilson with the Rangers. Lots to talk about. Sign up with the QR code there. Our newsletter, you can see the link to that is on the screen right now. It's totally free. You don't even have to be a diehard to get the newsletter. Become a diehard. You get a free t-shirt for signing up. You get discounts in merch. You get discounts in events. We've got one coming up next month, and on and on and on. It's definitely worth it. Oh, diehard Discord only. You have to be a diehard to have access to our Discord lounge, and that is a lot of fun as well. But as Chaotic says in the chat, it's super chat time here on DLLS, and I can't think of a better way to start than with our good friend I Love Misty 1985 with a Robertson and a Ludwig. Let's hit that bing bong. I didn't even hear it. Is our speaker off? Our speaker's off.
No, Sam complained it was too loud, so I turned it down.
So much that we couldn't even hear it?
Bing bong.
Oh my God, that was silent.
Lord.
Poor Sam. Sam was whining about.
Wait, Sam said it was too
He
loud?
said that it's a beating to hear 10 bing bongs.
Wait a second. So we can't turn it up?
We can. He's not here.
Yeah. Don't you have a little clicker there to turn the volume up a little bit?
A little clicker.
Bing
I love
bong.
it. There
we'll
it
see.
is.
That makes all
I Love
the-
Misty 1985 with a Robertson and a Ludwig. Good to see Robo go off with 6 goals in 3 games after ending his goal drought. He's been playing well all season. Pucks just weren't going in. Hoping that will help him solidify a spot on the Team USA Olympic roster.
I'm going to tell you that for me, and you're Billy sitting there, right? And you're going, okay, this is one of the guys that we had on our team in ink, and then maybe we changed it. Well, we're putting it back on there the way that he's playing right now.
Not just pencil.
Because what you want, again, they're not writing his name in there right now, I would say, but it's just about, and they're
Well,
going to
we did
say
that segment yesterday.
we need to see this for the next 20
Right.
games.
Billy Guerin, unlike Team Canada, which thinks they pretty much have their roster set in, barring health issues, Billy said, we're trying to keep as many guys in the hunt for as long as we can.
Well, why not?
I totally agree.
And you make that public. I mean, which he has.
He literally said it.
Because now
which is a
now
message to
those
everybody.
guys continue to play right up to the buzzer.
And
the teams are loving it too.
And if Robo keeps
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
like this for the next 2 months, he's on that team. Now, again, technically he has to. You get the roster by December 31st, so he's got about 6 weeks to earn it. And if he plays like this,
that's if the rink is ready.
well,
If the building's ready.
I heard something very interesting.
Did you hear Bill Daly's comment?
No, what did he say?
Well, there was a question asked to him about, are you comfortable with, the guy that this thing is going to be ready? And so who's over there, that is part of the committee that's building the rink, he says, well, he's got confidence in him to be ready. He goes, it's just if I have confidence in him. so that's the way it was put. But actually, Bill Daly's going to be there this week. I think he's going to be over there. And
of course, it's going to be a little shorter than the NHL rinks,
Yeah,
which will probably remind you of what? Chicago Stadium or Boston Garden?
that's
tiny
where I go. I
corners.
go with the Garden, a little bandbox. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, maybe not. Maybe it's even going to be
And
smaller.
if that's the case,
maybe they're going to play on half ice.
do you change your roster a little bit for that? A little
Man.
smaller? Do you go a little heavier?
Well, that's what I asked Army about that, right? And so
hard to change too much.
I would. I mean, but again, this game isn't as physical as it used to be. And again,
and the refereeing will be
I
different.
was just going to ask, are there European and NHL referees, or are they
so.
all
Yes,
European?
This is, I don't
because
know.
when they're European, they call the game differently.
I don't know if there will be NHL referees or not. Because
I shouldn't say NHL.
This is an Olympic
but
tournament.
like American referees,
It's
I don't
possible.
know, college referees, whatever
it
may
could be
American
international, but I'm guessing it'll be officiated in more of a European
They
style.
call it differently.
And they're a lot tighter on that.
Yeah, and that sometimes that might come back to bite you.
I also heard, I can't confirm this, but I heard that if they're not ready, then the games might move to an adjacent country, an hour or so away from Milan. So there's a backup plan
I'm
somewhere.
not good at geography or anything else.
Yeah.
So what's adjacent mean? What's the next country next to them?
Well, it's Italy. They've got a bunch of different countries around, but there's a few, including Switzerland.
Well, are there? But
awful
those guys have rinks built already.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen. Just it's a possibility. All right, let's go to the next super chat. We got Tim, our good old T Farmer, with a Masterton and 99 Cup beer. I feel like someone has been talking about Robo a lot recently. Was it Sam? It was not Sam. I wanted a Robo chat amount, but I'm on my phone. Oh, I guess when you're on your phone, you can't put the 21 in there. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate that. We have been talking up Robo a little bit lately, and it definitely played off. So let's go to the next one.
Bing bang.
I learned this from Sam, actually. His handle means chaotic, CAOTK, with a Lundqvist and a Robertson. Robo with back-to-back-to-back three-point games. Hell of a way to cap that streak with the Natty Hatty. So he had a goal and 2 assists in Ottawa, snapping his goal drought. He had 2 goals and an assist in Montreal, and then the 3-goal night tonight. That's a 9-point week.
But just know that this isn't going to go on for the rest of the year.
No.
He's going to go through his droughts, and a drought may only be 3 games.
I would like to maybe give a teaser for our Monday show when we do our 3 Dallas Stars of the week. I think I might know who my number 1 star pick is, but just thinking out loud.
Bing bang.
All right, we go to Lud's favorite. Oh, no, Lud's, we got a new submission from Biden's diaper with I knew you'd laugh at that. Heiskanen and Robertson got a natty fatty from that Hatty. That seems extremely appropriate. Let's go to the much more classy Finger Blaster 911 with a Oscar Beck and a Leon Bischel. The lack of transparency surrounding player injuries in the NHL benefits no one but the bookies. It's a middle finger to the fans. Someone needs to speak to the manager. Okay, lads, we've heard a lot of this. Media, broadcasters, fans, they all want to know the details on injuries. What do you say as a former player? Do you want injury details in the public for the other team?
Again, back in the time capsule, get on my ship and go back. We did not want, it was not crazy to have other players know what was ailing you, because in that day, it was just as good as putting a target. On you. Yeah. And so, but in today's game, the game's changed. It's not like that. There's not guys out there that go, oh yeah, it's his left ankle. Now, I shouldn't say that. In the playoffs,
maybe different.
It should be different. I mean that's what you do.
You saw what happened to Rope Hintz in the conference final.
Playoffs are different, and I just think that again, times have changed, and I get where you're coming from. But I don't think anybody wants to go out there, especially in this sport, and say, yeah, it's the top of my right foot hurts, because that's open season.
Slashes galore.
Bing
All right.
bang.
Another one from Chaotic with a Lundqvist and a Robertson. Ralph Strangis on the broadcast call in the second period made my hockey heart happy. Ralph was our soundtrack for 25 years for Stars Hockey. All right, lads, you teased it earlier. There's the super chat. I didn't hear it. I'm going to go back and listen to it later because I was still at the AAC for the second period. What did it sound like?
Well, it was great. The only thing I asked Ryan, I said, did Ralphie mention any of the Flyers' names? Because I don't think he knew any.
Not a chance.
And I don't know if Ralphie knows them anymore. He was doing a couple games for LA, I think it was, and he was setting in like 2-3 years ago.
No, it was more like 6 or 7. Yeah, it's been a while.
I thought he was pretty good on the Stars guys for,
he watches.
Ralphie's got his own podcast, right? I mean, he's got his podcast.
He's paying attention to the Stars.
Yeah, and he's a pickleball guy. He loves
Bing bang.
Oh, Luds, look who it is.
Oh,
it's Craig's Buttwig with a Ludwig, or is it a Buttwig? Sagan is aging like a fine wine. I love it.
Yep.
GG.
So much for putting him back with Duchesne when he gets back, and maybe
that line. That's pretty nice, huh? Hintz, Robertson, and Sagan.
Doesn't it seem like regardless where Tyler is, he's getting his looks?
Doesn't that just go to show that even if he's slowing down, he's a smart hockey player?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's world.
But how about that shot though from the left dot?
Yep.
We always see like he scored the breakaway the other night. He got in and he beat the goalie glove side with that quick release. It's the same shot, but a harder angle, and he made Vladar look like he was just waving at it.
Yeah, it's harder. It's harder for the goaltender because again, you've got a forward coming in on their offside.
Yeah,
so he's coming in on his forehand versus if he's a lefty there, it's a little bit easier.
Question for the boys,
please.
Fully healthy with Dutchie and Ben coming back. What would you like to see the lines be?
That's what we were talking about off air before. It's hard to think that you take Wyatt off of the line with Rantanen right now, but you might.
Yeah, you can. I just think I think Wyatt is the guy that Gully would use to put here, double shift
for
him.
you.
He can play anywhere.
I don't want to split up Wyatt with Rantanen because they've looked great together. And the conversation this morning, lads.
Maybe you just take Duchesne and put him on the left wing up there where Steele is.
Maybe. But what about this?
Or move Wyatt over there. What
if you? I know it's a checking line right now, but I like the connection I'm seeing from Ritzkovian and Bork. Oscar Beck, good hard worker in there. Would you ever consider putting Wyatt in the middle of those two?
No, not me.
You're taking him away from the skilled guys.
Can either one of them score like the guys that he's playing with now?
Well, of course not.
Then
maybe Bork.
No,
we haven't seen it yet, though.
No, we haven't. No,
so,
I just think Wyatt.
I agree. But there's definitely a conversation where you could go with Robo, with, either Duchesne and Sagan or Hintz and Rantanen, and then you could put somebody there and have Wyatt center his own line. But
to me, take Robo and Wyatt and put them together, and then just float in a right side guy. Rantanen, Duchesne, Sagan, float guys in and out there because those two guys.
It's a tough one because you have three centers for two spots, right? Because I don't see putting Duchesne on the wing.
If you have what two forwards would you double shift in the appropriate games?
I mean,
who's on the top of your list? To me, you don't even have to think about it.
Mikko.
It's 53 and 96.
Well, 21 the way he's shooting the puck right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
But yeah, overall, yes, those two.
I mean, those two guys are the guys with the speed and everything that they do. And Robo's Robo, but. Yeah, I mean, Robo, I get out there, and every time there's an offensive zone
face-off, Ben up and running,
get him out there.
I wonder if when you can get him up and running, he could be some piece somewhere, maybe the old man line with Duchesne and Sagan. All due respect, guys. And, of course, if they add another left-sided winger that fills the hole that they don't have right now.
But again, right now, the way this is going,
pretty good.
I don't know what you're going to, I don't know what you
more super chats. Let's rattle them off. We got K Levy or Levy with a Madonna and a 99 cup here. Great game for Leon. He literally moves like somebody who's 6'1" to 6'2", except he's 6'7". What dance?
The 6'7" dance.
Oh, because my kids told me if I did the 6'7" thing, that was just cringe. So.
That.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a young kids thing. We're too old. Don't worry about it. T.O. with a Madonna 99 cup here. Gully has been calm all season, like he knew the boys, just needed to bed into the system and we'd be fine. They're now playing the system sometimes and not thinking about how to play the system. That's good stuff.
So
except for when they gave up the goal.
Like game 9 and 10 that said Gully's got to go. Remember that?
There were some people after the 4-game losing streak where they were getting a little upset if maybe he's over his head.
They're just tap the brakes.
All right, we got another one. Chaotic.
Bing,
Watch it.
It's a hat trick of super chats with a Ludwig and a Robertson. Throw them all. Well, we're not going to throw the whole table. Maybe Luds will. Let's go to Harry Wagstaff with a Darian Hatcher year after the cup. I just hope both teams had fun. Thank you, Harry. Marshall second with a Casey DeSmith 99 cup here. Hearing Ralph call a bit of the game was awesome. Ardell also talking about that with a Sam Steele and a Ludwig. Ralph Strangis was pensive and emotional on the radio tonight. Ralph got choked up talking about Bob Gainey and this franchise. Luds, why is Gainey so beloved? Can we Gainey I think he means get. Oh, I didn't read that right. Can we get Gainey in the studio sometime?
Listen, I didn't know Bo was here tonight, or I probably would have asked him to come in, especially yesterday.
Is he hanging around to Monday, or is he going
I don't
home?
know. I'll find out tomorrow.
Okay.
But he's.
If Gainey would like to come in on Monday, lads, we'll change our entire schedule to have him come talk Stars hockey.
We're gonna need a beer truck.
I mean,
of Molson.
we had it in for Razor, didn't we?
Yeah, we did actually.
There's pretty
Yeah,
sure.
no,
GM,
Bob
hey,
is.
GM Ben could figure that out.
Bob is a hockey mind, and I think we should go to a timeout.
No, it's
No?
you did the
Oh
letters
no! Don't
backwards.
tell me we're going over.
Yeah, thanks everyone who joined on our television platforms. Make sure to like and subscribe here on the pod, and check out alldls.com. Okay,
Can our
back to the
commander
show.
give us that signal, like warning us that it's coming? That we need to...
we got caught up in the super chats, but we should have done it about 60 seconds
All right.
ago. So
Bing bang.
he could have also played a silly drop to get our attention, or just yelled at the mic or whatever. We are at Hidalgo with a Ludwig and a Johnston. What does Lud's grade the D zone coverage tonight?
Listen, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I mean, it's a work in progress. We're getting better. We're working our way up from a. If we're going on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe it was at a 5 or a 4, and we're getting around 6 right now. I mean, it wasn't bad tonight. I mean, I don't think there was as many, but you're playing against a tired team, so we'll see what happens against the Islanders. Who we got the Islanders next, right?
Tuesday.
Just to find this
We
Schaefer
get to see Schaefer, which I
he
think
could cause some problems.
is it too
Bing
early for
bang.
him to play in the Olympics for Team USA?
I've heard that question. I'm like, why? Why are they asking that?
Well, I heard somebody else ask that, saying
I mean,
If-
what are the other?
he's a little
what
young,
do the
right?
other 8 defensemen look like? I don't know who they are, but
I'd have to sit down and look at it.
I mean,
but,
he's a Cale Makar type of player. No,
is he good enough now to play over the likes of? I mean, Slavin and Werenski are going to be up there. You're going to have Adam Fox in there most likely.
I think he's better than Adam Fox.
Charlie McAvoy, right? If he's healthy, he was fantastic against Canada, and then he got hurt.
Fox would be the guy. Right down to what you said.
Those are just a few off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Does Seth Jones have a shot at making that team?
I think Seth has been a USA guy his whole
for a long
life.
time, but so
So-
he's on that team.
He'll be on that team. I believe he will be.
I mean,
No.
maybe Schaefer's
Are
there.
we're going deeper into overtime, aren't we?
We are.
Bing
yeah.
bang.
Okay.
Ryan's got to work tomorrow. He's doing the Mavs or something
Well,
like that.
yeah, okay, it's a personal choice. The Clark with a Ludwig and a Robertson. Boy, there are a lot of Ludwigs tonight. Kari sat on the net. A Nat Hatty. Good history today. Oh, is today the anniversary of the day that Kari sat on top of the net?
I'm guessing by
I'm guessing
this,
it is.
maybe.
I don't remember that date, but he did sit on the net once. So
He was
Bing
probably up in
bang.
the suite tonight too.
honestly, I know Kari is like 6'5" and he's a big guy, but
He's a big dude.
and the equipment's not what it weighed when you played. The goalie equipment back then was heavy leather and probably weighed 50 pounds. But still, to be able to jump up on top of that
Yep.
this 4-foot net and sit up there with all the gear on, that's pretty athletic. All right, Carly, last one here, unless somebody else ruins our streak of trying to get out of here with a Heiskanen 99 Cup here.
Shouldn't
Robo
have said that.
and Rope look good together again. Sagan just the old guy with them now instead of Pavs.
Yes, we'll see you Monday.
All right, Monday show, 2 o'clock. Luds, we can't wait to hear your report of the Sunday Hall of Fame induction. If you can
I'm
remember
gonna have
it,
to. I was just gonna say I'm gonna have to record something.
we'll have to detox him a little bit, maybe
Happy
get a
hours
hat or
at
two.
4:30 tomorrow. Apparently.
All right, that's going to be a long one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think Ralphie start. I think we should have an over under how long Ralph actually talks. I
How long
know
are they
there should
supposed-
be probably.
How
I don't
long is
even
it
know if they
supposed to
give them
be?
time limits. I don't know if they give them, but
Well, and Eddie, when he went in, he said this is going to be short and sweet. But he actually, for him, went fairly long. But that was, what, 5 minutes or so?
yeah, we better go.
All right.
I can hear Bing Bong coming.
For Ryan, for Luds, and for
Dan.
our little buddy, I'm Owen. Thanks for joining us tonight. We will see you Monday, 2 o'clock, and then Islanders
Bing
on
bang.
Tuesday.
I knew it.
Oh.
Had to bring up Eddie.
I love Misty with a Oscar Beck.
Did you just say? Wait a second. What did that say? Shit.
It did.
And then he says, "God damn it!"
It was
What's
a
the deal?
Oscar Beck and Jason Robertson with a sugar honey iced tea, yeah, overtime. And he got Ryan. So there you go. What a way to end. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you Monday. Have a great Sunday.
Way to
See ya.
put the little clips in the middle of it, or no?
That's a personal choice.
all silly like the mayor.